Bill.
Hey, no problem.
My name is yeah, my name is Cholwe Shabulaki, and I come from Zambia, of course. I run Team Gematrix. It's the first esports organization in Zambia, and right now we are currently signing players in NRS games. That's Mortal Kombat and Injustice, and as well as FIFA.
Very nice, and I think that it's I think what you're doing is very important, and it shows the power of esports to bring us together. Because I don't think that people really understand, and the people that actually listen to me and the things that I do, I don't think we really understand what esports does for communities. And I'm sitting here on the west coast of America right now in front of my computer, and I'm talking to somebody in Zambia that I've never met aside from this situation. And I think what this does for us in general as human beings, it just brings us together. And I'm always humbled every single day when I get to talk to amazing people like yourself, because creating something for the first time, I mean, what you're doing, and you are the first recognized esports organization that is first recognized esports organization in your country, and that is huge. Here in America, we've been doing this for about 20, maybe 30 years, and we're growing, and it's more accepted mainstream each day. But I don't know that people these days really understand what it means to start something from scratch when it doesn't exist in the country. So explain to everybody how this all started for you. Explain to them what it looked like for you growing up as a gamer, because you actually played games as a kid. You told me you played Super Mario, you played Contra, you played the games that we loved as kids. They're like, yeah, that's awesome. So we have that common background, but then taking the next step of creating your own professional esports organization and then trying to sell it to the adults. You're like, yeah, this is a real thing, and the adults are like, you're playing video games for a living. This isn't a real job, but it is a job. So sort of talk me through how it started for you, the sort of steps along the way, and then how it all came to be. So sort of I'm explaining that to everybody.
Well, I guess it started with the first time playing. The first game I played. I know I wasn't 18, but
Right.
I still love the game.
Right.
Yeah. So after that, it was more like a series of that kept building up. I kept hanging. Most of my family friends have always been guys. Majority of guys around. So I was really exposed to gaming a lot more than my female friends. Then eventually, I went to my first community event in 2014, and I was exposed to competitive gaming for the first time. So I played with some guys. I lost some matches, won some matches.
Right.
So, yeah. Then eventually in 2016, I decided to talk to mine. And said, hey, we should build a business in something we love doing. And that's when everything kick-started. That's when the flame was ignited.
Nice.
And after that, it took a year for us to figure out what we wanted to. We thought we'd do game development.
Right.
And then tried our first community event, just if the market is there, like if there are people that are competing or able to. So when we did our first event, it turned out we met a lot of people. We fell in love with the community. And after that, March 20, no, that was on Christmas time. I approached a couple of players I voted out, and I singled them out and said, "Hey, part of post." And they looked at me crazy. They were thinking, "Who's this girl?" She hosted some tournament, and now she thinks she can sign me to a team. And I remember one of my players was like, "So, are we going to travel? Like, are we going to go out of Africa?" Then I'm like, "Yes, we will." And I was fighting to give myself. I couldn't believe my own words when I was talking. Am I going to travel? But in business, you can't really show your fear. So you
Right,
just have to
exactly.
be confident. So I was like, yes. So I was like, we're going to go. And as I kept saying that, it proving to the players that we are in this together and we're dreaming together. And I believed it more. My co-founder did. So eventually, I signed them in February,
Mm-hmm.
but we announced. So after we announced, we got a contact from Kenya, a friend of ours, a colleague we just met. I talked to a guy online. They hosted their first, it's called Pro Series game in Kenya.
Okay.
They hosted this co-op on Christmas time. So I DM'd them saying, "Hey, congratulations, thank you for doing this for Africa, not in Kenya, but really appreciate it."
Right.
And they were like, "Oh, we're actually having a Mortal Kombat tournament, XYZ. Do you have players? Can you come?" Things like that. And then we're like, "Okay, fine. This is our first tournament. Let's try and push." And we tried to get sponsorship, but it was difficult, as you said. Like kids going to adults and saying, "Hey, I need a plane ticket. I'm going to a tournament.
Right.
It's $10,000 line." XYZ. So eventually, like I told you before, we had to MacGyver our way. So we we just said, "Okay, we've been running since October. We've made some money. It's
Mm-hmm.
enough." And then we got on a plane for the first time and we went to Kenya, and it was a great experience. Then we won the tournament, and that was just I was like, "Wow, this is real." I thought to cry on the stage.
Wow.
And then different media, it was filmed across Africa. The whole continent was watching. It
Wow.
was like, imagine CNN
Right.
broadcasting to the whole. Yeah, so that's how it was. And then we had some interviews. So it built a bit of confidence in us. We said, "Okay, we are doing something. The players are, let's push it level." Then just did a pilot. We participated in, sponsored one of our players, came out, stake 300 and something approximately. So that was it was really moving, because for the first time in Africa, like the whole continent, the whole country, people believed in it. They were sending one of the players they love, Eve, first time
Wow.
watching Sonic Fox and Honeybee and all these other players, but now
Right.
had the to send a player and meet them and like, engage. So yeah, I mean, after Evo, we won 2 more championships in Africa. So
Mm-hmm.
right now we're 3 times Pan Africa. It's going great.
So okay. So there's a lot there to parse through, and I know that our
I know.
reception isn't always the greatest. So let me just see if I can recap this. So. You started up in October of 2017, and you
26.
sorry, yes, 2016, and you struggled, and you did some local things. You had to deal with the culture of these young men coming
Yeah.
you go into these young men and like, I'm starting an esports org, and they kind of look at you sideways and like, are we going to travel out of the country? Are we going to go places and be professionals? You're like, yes, of course we are. And so then in at the end of 2017, at the end of 2017 in November, then you had the event in Kenya, and you
No, in Zambia.
okay
In Zambia.
okay oh, sorry, so you had the event in Zambia, and you did
Yes.
well, and then you had the event in Kenya, in February 2018.
So the event in Kenya was in April.
April.
So it was
Okay.
right after. Yeah. So this is the timeline. No. We came up with the idea in October 2016.
Okay, got it.
Then we went through 1 year
Okay.
of ideation and proving our market and everything. Then in November, we tried a community event to see if there's actual talent and people actually playing festive.
Okay.
Then after that, we announced our team in March,
Okay.
and we participated in our first tournament in April, which was in.
Nice. Okay, so you had your first tournament in April, and you did well. You made it work. Then you sent somebody to Evo, and that was a big deal for your organization and the country in general, right?
Yeah, it was. Because as far as we know, he was the first African to ever go there.
That is awesome. That is really, really awesome. Okay, so then he goes to Evo. So that was in August of 2018, and then just recently now, wasn't there a large event in Africa, the African Esports Esports Confederation thing?
Yes. So after Evo, we had another tournament. It's called SCGL.
Okay.
So it's a South African run league. It's called African Cyber Gaming.
Okay.
They hosted an Injustice tournament online, and we participated and we won. We came out first and third place.
Nice.
And yeah, recently now, there's a movement that was started by a few friends of ours around Africa,
Mm-hmm.
who have a dream of us coming together and creating more like federation,
Mm-hmm.
a championship, I should say, sorry, a championship where African countries qualify and participate. So far, approximately 26 African countries are participating now, have come together, and we'll be having our qualifiers early next year,
Okay.
but the actual final will be in August. Yeah.
Okay, so here we are. You're a little over 2 years in. You've already had a couple events. Your organization is doing well, and now you're in the process of creating a full national, no, not even national, a full continental league of all of these countries, Zambia and Kenya and countries in South Africa, and you're bringing everybody together with these games, and this is something that you have helped to create, and it's really obvious from listening to you that you have a business sense about you. You understand what it means to have an idea and to see if the market accepts the idea. So that understanding just doesn't happen. I mean, it's really right. It just isn't something that people would just wake up one day and have. I mean, so who taught you that? Was that from a school? Uh-oh.
So I lost.
So okay, so obviously the reception isn't the greatest, but So your
Yeah.
but your business sense that you have. I mean, the that business sense just doesn't show up doesn't show up one day. So who taught you that?
uh, I think I think it just like I said, it's a series of events that happened in my life that
Mm-hmm.
brought me to a realization that I just have to fight for what I believe in and fight for my dreams and at least fight to create them while I'm still alive.
Right. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, so it's forced me to learn a lot of things, a lot of.
So okay. So that's that thought process is really interesting. What sort of what sort of
I lost you.
Oh, sorry. so so that thought process that you have cultivated in yourself, the being resilient and being strong and being the kind of person that doesn't just doesn't give up easily. That's something that's that's something that a lot of people have a hard time with. Who so in your life, who were some of the examples that you had of that? Who supported you along the way? Was it your parents? Was it some other relatives? Was it was it teachers? In school.
Um, uh, my partner, Prince. His name is Prince.
Yeah.
He's really close friend of mine. He's supported me along the way, through the tantrums and the crazy ideas. So yeah, and also um, there's I have two mentors who
Okay.
I talk to occasionally, but whenever I talk to them, it's very impactful for me because I look up to them. So there's this one called Lukonga.
Okay.
He's the executive director of the accelerator we are incubating called Bongo High. There I also met Mr. Mark Mondoka. He is also a clear mind who I love talking to him because there are times when I get so caught up and frustrated because being the first, we go through a lot of wars, a lot of wars
Mm-hmm.
that we have to break. So it's good to talk to people who have been where you are and have started new things in your country and have somehow succeeded and paved the way for others. So when I talk to them, both Mark and Lukonga and co-founder, it pushes me to a sense because sometimes I do feel like giving up. It's not easy. I mean, no business is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Business is hard, but it's good to have people who are there in your support system, in your corner
Right.
every time.
Yes, it is. Very nice. So your story is really amazing, and I'm very humbled that this conversation is happening. So talk to me about your plans going forward for the next 6 months to a year. So you talked about the new, I guess, the new championship, the new continental league concept that you're sort of building to. So sort of explain that to me a little bit and some other ideas that you have.
Okay. So for the Continental Africa Championship, it's something that I really want to help push so that it grows into something great, so that we have the foundation generation have it easier than it did.
Right.
A lot of us around Africa first starting. So yeah, we'll keep sharing more information as it unfolds. Because right now we're still in the final stages of selecting which country will host the final,
Mhm.
all those small small things along the way.
Right.
But it will be great. It will be really great. When it comes to the team, for the team as a vision, we've never really thought of it as a team that would just be in Zambia or Africa. It's a vision we have, a global organization, to have players around the world in the games that we venture into. So in the future, yeah, you possibly will see us expanding and maybe signing a few players you may know.
Nice. Very
so,
nice.
so so yeah, that's our vision. We really want to, esports and gaming is not about borders, like the way you and I talk. We've never met,
Right.
but yeah, it's something that brings us all together, and we really don't want to restrict ourselves and say we'll just be an African team. We really want to be a team that we just really want to import in that sense.
Very nice. Well, so as far as making time for me today, thank you very much. I know right now in Zambia, it's the late night for you, because where I'm at, where I'm at on the west coast of America, it's about 10:30 in the morning. But for you, it's like late night right now. So I know that you got home from work and you're tired, and you probably have a long day ahead of you. So thank you very, very much for taking time to talk to me, to meet me, for some random person who reaches out to you on LinkedIn and wants to tell your story. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Boo. I really appreciate it as well.
No problem. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We apologize for some of the connection issues. But like I said, she's in Zambia, and I'm on the west coast of America, so we're going to have these problems. So, hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. You will find this on the Game Haus YouTube channel. Throw us a like. Throw us some follows. Stay tuned. I have plenty more of these awesome interviews. I have plenty more of these things coming soon. Thank you very much for tuning in.
If you liked that, hit the subscribe button for more interviews and other great sports and esports content. Make sure to also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter to stay up to date on all the news from your favorite sports and esports players and teams. From our house to yours.